With the rugged mountains of California rising before me, the battle against wild boars unfolds in ways few can imagine. I, William, often called the Lord of Wild Boar Hunting, have faced off against countless herds, confronting millions of these relentless invaders over my hunting career. Each hunt demands not only skill and precision, but also deep respect for nature's unpredictability. So, are you curious how my hunts unfold against these cunning adversaries? Join me now, and together we'll witness the thrilling and unforgettable moments from the heart of the wild. After several days of carefully scouting hunting locations, I finally settled on Diablo Mountain, a notorious hotspot long known for its wild boar population. This region has a history of wild boar invasions, where park staff often encounter uprooted trees, contaminated streams, and visible trails left by massive herds. Hunting wild boars here is no simple task. It's a test of both skill and teamwork. That's why I never go alone. I brought along my closest hunting partners, each fully equipped with legal California wild pig tags and depredation permits, as required by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. Without these documents, any wild boar hunt here would risk hefty fines and legal trouble. As we moved deeper into the dense brush, the sharp crackling of broken twigs immediately caught our attention. My team froze, carefully scanning every shadow for movement. Then, without warning, a massive boar, easily over 250 pounds, charged straight out of the bushes. In that split second, my friend Eric, who has sharpened his skills over 4 years of dedicated hunting, quickly raised his rifle and fired a precise shot right between the boar's shoulders. The boar collapsed instantly. While this early success lifted our spirits, I couldn't shake off the reality. Such a swift encounter could have easily gone the other way if we hadn't reacted in time.
Ben hazırım.
Following that intense moment, we executed our planned strategy and split into 3 groups, each consisting of 2 to 3 hunters. Our goal was to encircle the wild boar population known to frequent the ridge above Cape Diablo. As we advanced, gunshots rang through the air, mingling with the excited shouts of my teammates, a clear signal of our successful hits. Yet, the wild boars quickly adapted. The remaining herd became skittish, darting through thick undergrowth and rocky outcrops in desperate attempts to flee. Without hesitation, we pursued them, using every ounce of skill, GPS tracking, and coordinated radio calls to prevent their escape. Today, we were determined to eliminate these destructive animals before they could inflict more damage on nearby farmlands. The mountain echoed with the sounds of our rifles, heavy breathing, and rapid footsteps, painting a vivid picture of the grueling nature of wild boar hunting. Every hunt like this reflects not only the physical challenge, but also our relentless determination to control this invasive menace. Despite the fatigue, scratches, and bruises, I know that with just one phone call, my team and I would once again be ready to answer the call of duty. For us, hunting wild boars isn't just a sport, it's a responsibility to protect the land and communities that depend on it. When the sun finally sets behind the rugged hills of California, the hunt doesn't stop. In fact, that's when my real work begins. I've learned through years of experience that wild pigs, or Sus scrofa, thrive in the cover of night. Under the moonlit sky, they emerge from the dense oak woodlands and chaparral, searching for food and leaving a trail of destruction behind. California is home to an estimated 400,000 to 500,000 wild pigs, and every year, they cause nearly $1.5 billion in damage to crops, vineyards, and infrastructure across the state. Knowing the scale of their destruction fuels my determination. When night falls, the fight against these invasive animals continues, and I am ready. As I fire up my ATV, the powerful roar of the engine pierces the quiet night. Riding across California's rugged terrain requires both skill and precision. The steep slopes, narrow trails, and dense brush make it nearly impossible to approach on foot. The ATV allows me to cover miles of hunting ground in a matter of minutes, giving me the advantage in this constant battle. My rifle, equipped with a thermal scope, rests beside me. Thermal imaging is a game changer. It detects even the slightest heat signatures, revealing wild pigs hiding deep within the brush that my eyes could never see in the darkness. Every piece of gear I carry has a purpose. The hunt is not a random pursuit, it's a calculated operation where preparation meets opportunity. Soon, my scope picks up faint blobs of heat moving slowly through a distant clearing. The distinctive outline of wild pigs grazing on farmers' land becomes clearer with each second. I steady my breath, align my crosshairs, and squeeze the trigger. A single shot echoes sharply, and one pig collapses instantly. The herd panics. Some scatter into the woods while others freeze momentarily, confused by the sudden burst of noise. This is where experience takes over. I quickly maneuver the ATV, cutting off their escape routes and positioning myself for follow-up shots. Within minutes, I've successfully taken down several more. Each pig removed is one less threat to California's delicate ecosystem and the livelihoods of countless farmers who rely on these lands. Wild pigs are more than just a nuisance. They are ecological wrecking balls. They uproot native plants, erode soils, pollute water sources, and outcompete native wildlife for food. Studies from the University of California have shown that wild pigs can consume up to 4% of their body weight daily, devouring crops like grapes, almonds, and strawberries. Additionally, they are known carriers of more than 30 diseases and parasites, including pseudorabies and swine brucellosis, posing significant risks to livestock, pets, and even humans. Every successful hunt is not only about reducing the herd, but also about protecting public health, preserving biodiversity, and safeguarding California's multi-billion-dollar agricultural industry. As the first rays of sunlight begin to break over the horizon, I load the harvested pigs onto my trailer, feeling the weight of another night's work. My body is exhausted, but my resolve remains unshaken. The process of hunting wild pigs at night is grueling, demanding both physical endurance and mental sharpness.
I'm looking.
But it's a battle that I willingly continue, night after night, knowing that my actions help control one of California's most destructive invasive species. And as long as these pigs roam our farmlands and forests, I will be there, with my ATV, my rifle, and my unwavering commitment to defend the land.
Hey, bud. Hey, bud.
Where thick swamps choke the land and the air hangs heavy with humidity, a deadly game of survival unfolds. This isn't just any hunting ground, it's a battleground where cunning wild boars thrive and every step could trigger a chase. Here, success doesn't come from sheer marksmanship alone. It demands sharp instincts, unshakable patience, and the mental toughness to outlast both beast and terrain. So what really happens when hunter and hog collide in one of America's wildest frontiers? Let's find out. Northern Louisiana's licensed hunting grounds stretch across thick pine forests, swamplands, and rugged fields, ideal terrain for wild boars and a true test for even-season hunters. As we arrived and split into position, the silence was thick with tension. Every rustle or crackle could mean a wild boar was near. Moments later, Alicia, the only woman in our group, was the first to take a shot. Her target, a boar just beyond the ridge, dropped instantly. That clean takedown wasn't just our first of the day. It was a clear sign that this hunt was off to a strong start. Not far from Alicia's location, I waited patiently in a pre-built hunting blind, camouflaged against the brush. The air was still, but I could hear faint grunts and rustling. Peering through the scope, I spotted a group of wild pigs distracted by the bait we'd laid. According to Louisiana's Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, wild pigs cause more than $75 million in annual damage statewide, making every hunt not just a sport but a form of necessary control. I adjusted my aim slowly, heart steady. One pig stepped right into the open. A breath, a squeeze of the trigger, bang. A single clean shot ended its feast. It never saw it coming. Meanwhile, Baldric, one of our most experienced hunters, had eyes on an entire sounder, a family group of boars, near a thicket. Rather than rushing the shot, he waited behind a tall tree, letting the group settle and relax. Patience paid off. When two of the largest males moved into the open, Baldric unleashed a thunderous shot that echoed through the forest. In another part of the zone, Lloyd took a different approach. He climbed into the truck and explored deeper. Near an automated feeder, a known magnet for hog activity, he stepped out, spotted a pair of feeding boars, and lined up. One squeeze of the trigger later, another trophy was earned. As daylight faded and the forest grew golden, we made our way back along a narrow trail. That's when we saw them, dozens of boars, from young piglets to hulking adults, grazing near a clearing.